Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. Obviously, this is Pro Wrestling Logic. We are fast on our foray into the 2,000 audio mark here on the channel. Probably within the next week or so, we should get there. But this is the continuation of our All-Star Wrestling series. We are in the waning days of 1981. This is the 21st of November 1981. We get about just under or just over a dozen more of these that we can add, unless they add new stuff on the network, which I don't doubt for this particular demographic. Anyway, tag team champion, including a profile of the world champion Bob Backlund here. Tag team champions Mr. Fuji and Saito defeating Mario Solo and Angelo Gomez. Not exactly a match worth writing home about because it's not particularly, something that needs to be written about, and also B, you kind of have some interesting runs there. They kind of go into a bit of a power struggle as it relates to the I guess you'd say earlier runs there, tag team champions Mr. Fuji and such, not exactly getting everything they want. Also, Ivan Putski and Jose Estrada match from the 9/8/79 Championship Wrestling is here. Obviously, Putski gets the win there. No real reason to go into that, as it's covered in other places on the broadcast, and I am a person, or on the channel. And I am a person that really doesn't like rehashing things if I can help it. I'm sure there will be points as we do pay-per-views and things like that in later years that rehashing of certain matches will exist, but multi-commentary type matches, but trying to keep it out here so you can make decisions about what content is worth going out of your way to see. This match with, Ivan Putski, certainly not that. Saito taking his man across the back and hitting a backbreaker pretty aggressively during the early stages of the match. Fuji and Saito, of course, your tag team champions. Soto has had a couple of victories, but nothing necessarily fully to write home about. The baby faces take a good bit of punishment, and basically Martel and Garea are seen as the only real challenge of a team that they have upcoming. At least I can't imagine that that's not the case. And obviously, the tandem is also seconded by Captain Lou Albano post-match. Albano basically making it known that he feels that the tag team champions are under challenged, but that he's sick of hearing about Martel and Garea and all of that. And then we move to next in series of matches, Tony Atlas and Johnny Ross, 202 headbutt after the bout. Ross attacks Atlas, but Atlas takes him out with another headbutt. Tony Atlas in 2 to 4 minute matches, probably the best use of Atlas you can get, in the sense that, you don't need him to be in big matches. Also, back to the Mr. Fuji deal here. Fuji and Saito. Fuji actually put us over the captain as a very wise man, which is kind of interesting with Fuji being the pain master. Later years, in the late or mid to late 80s, has in a managerial way. Lots of people not realizing that Fuji had, in fact, been such a major star in the area. Power moves by Atlas. A couple of headbutts. Roz trying to jump him. Bob Backlund made to look a little more human. I don't know that it actually helps him here. The promo piece they do on Backlund goes way too long, showing him with his daughter swimming. His daughter, someone I actually met years later in a work environment. Spent a couple of years, or a couple of months rather, kind of interacting with her, and got to interact with Bob as a result. Also, Bob with the kids doing amateur wrestling and that, and so Then we see um, Jesse Ventura here. Ventura, a guy that they haven't really found a lot to do for yet, feud-wise, but would have been interesting to see where he would have gone had the blood clots not been an issue. Jesse Ventura managed by Fred Blassie, defeating Steve King submission backbreaker 157. Odd that Blassie has had so many guys, the Hangman, and then actually, well, not a Blassie guy, but Angelo Mosky using the over-shoulder backbreaker. So many guys end up using that maneuver. Just an interesting heel hold, I guess. Ventura, obviously not a guy that you need to do a lot with. He's more the talker. Then we move to a tag team match here. This tag team contest is, in fact, more towards the Kurt Hennig, SD Jones team, Ron Starr, Danny O'Hannon, 421. Hennig pinning Jones with a forearm smash, or Hennig pinning Shaw with a forearm smash. I mean, Kurt Hennig has been pretty well around here as a TV guy, late 81, early 82, and takes a good bit of, deal here. Shaw getting a elbow drop in basic maneuvers around there. Ultimately, kind of getting things going from that directive. And then we see Greg Valentine with the Grand Wizard closing out the show again. Valentine probably, I would say, one of, if not the most pushed heels at the time in the area, if not just in general in wrestling. I can't imagine too many other guys being pushed so heavily here in 1981-82. Anyway, hard shots in the corner, forearms and the like, snapmares him over, back suplex, followed by the figure four on the enhancement talent, and Valentine not really having too much of a problem, and Valentine pretty unstoppable going forward. We will be back with more right after this.